Hi, I'm Rox from Team Prosperna, and welcome back to another episode of Work from Home Rigs, where we go behind the scenes and showcase Team Prosperna's workspace battle station. Learn about how we continue to live by our mission to empower 100,000 Philippine MSMEs with simple and affordable e-commerce software. Team Prosperna is a growing team of over 40 astronauts, so we asked them to send in a photo of their workstations, and we are excited to share them with you, as excited as we are to introduce to you the team that brings Prosperna to life. Work from Home Rigs is about real work life with stories of the heroes behind each setup. In this episode, we are featuring comfortable setups, and no, we're not talking about being wrapped up in a blanket on a soft bed, although that sounds pretty good right now. Prosper Nation, are you ready?
Starting off the show is Josec from the sales team. As one of Prosperna's sales executive, he spends most of his days talking about the amazing benefits of working with Prosperna. When you're in a client-facing role, one can only imagine how energy-draining the job could be. So let's take a look at the setup that helps him stay on top of his game. Just look at the amount of ergonomics in this setup, and fair warning, you're gonna hear that word a lot from me on this episode. Just like the previous episode when the editor has brought it to my attention that I have mentioned the word shrimp posture quite a lot. It looks a bit cramped considering the amount of stuff on the desk, but he's working with what he's got and managed to fit everything. Josec is a tall guy, and he made a smart move in elevating his 15-inch Lenovo laptop so that it's on eye level. I would recommend having an external keyboard because that angle can be awkward, but he has a wrist pad as a compromise for the lack of space. Good choice on getting a Fantech Raycore 2 wireless mouse so he doesn't have to use the built-in trackpad. He's also rocking a pair of Onikuma headphones to manage back-to-back calls, but he also has external speakers by Elliott Audio for when he wants to blast some tunes. Let's talk about the main attraction that makes his setup comfortable, the chair. Look at that extended backrest and armrest with an extra lumbar support when he has to sit all day. And if we look all the way down there, there's a rug that looks real soft to rest his bare feet on. There's also a rechargeable mini fan to conserve energy while beating the heat, I see, but considering he's far from the windows, he can always get a bigger fan to help the air circulate in the room better. This setup has a lot of personality, from the Hulk, Baby Groot, and Slam Dunk action figures down to his desk mat. It also looks warm that he has photos of his family on frames and the corkboard, and even that adorable desktop wallpaper. He also shared that he has a Buddhist obsidian bracelet that is said to ward off evil spirits and bring in wealth. Thank you for kicking off the show. Next up, we have F from marketing. He's the artist behind everything that you see and watch, from Prosperna's social media channels down to our marketing website. And lo and behold, he's also the producer and editor behind Work from Home Rigs. And just like every other artist, there's beauty behind every aspect. I mean, look at that neon cyberpunk wallpaper, that's pretty. So let's talk about that spacious table. There's a number of items on it, but it doesn't feel cramped at all. His setup is positioned by the window for good air and light circulation. I'd like to say that the comfortable element here is being able to jump in bed, considering that it's right next to the desk, but that's not part of the setup. F has managed to produce high-quality production output on a small beast that is the 13-inch MacBook Pro. But he also invested in some peripherals like a terabyte hard drive, a 3rd-gen Alexa speaker Echo Dot, fancy, and an iPhone 7 for testing, and a MagSafe 60-watt charger for his MacBook. All that equipment, but he's able to manage his cables, considering that most of his gear are wireless and rechargeable. I'm a fan of his Totoro desk mat and other personal touches like his watch holder statuette, Sheriff Woody, and what looks like an android of Captain America. I can see a blue theme with light earth tones, and those colors definitely add to the relaxing element. I love the constant reminder to drink your water from his blue thermal flask and Starbucks cup, so thank you F for your submission. Coming in all the way from Tarlac is Chev from the dev team. His main focus is designing Prosperna's MyChat to give the best user experience possible. Download today for free on Google Play Store. From the looks of the setup, we can only wonder if Chev is a developer by day or a gaming streamer by night. Judging from the microphone setup, that is. And the fact that he's working on an Asus ROG laptop. Talk about branding. Speaking of gaming, he is staying on theme with his SteelSeries external keyboard and mousepad, and Logitech for his headset and mouse. Seeing how clean his table looks with the all-black gear on white, he can consider adding a desk mat for a pop of color or personal touch. He has a lot of wires going on that he can consider running through in one direction, or tucking it in under the mat or laptop if he doesn't want to drill a hole in his desk. But I can say that this is a cozy setup nonetheless because he's equipped with a cushioned office chair next to a well-lit window, which I can only guess has a great view of the countryside. Thank you, Chev, for sharing your rig with us. Up next, we have another implementation manager from the customer success team, Carlos. He also works closely with clients in making sure that their websites and online stores are launched as scheduled. Before we go straight into the setup, I just want to address the real weird art in the room, and that would be the After Hours at Halper's poster he has on his background, and that's a really niche touch of personality right there. Anyway, his setup is on a wooden table and he has a black desk mat so that he can have a clean and smooth surface for his wireless mouse. He's using a Lenovo laptop to power up his work, but he does have a personalized external mechanical keyboard. Look at how extra those keycaps are and the RGB lighting. Talk about bringing the party to work. We can see that there's a black and pink theme going on here from the lighting, the desk mat, even the mug, which I can just assume says hustle on it. Lastly, we have some personal touches where we can see Carlos and photos of his partner to serve as motivation while working or if he just wants to have happy thoughts. Other than that, thank you, Carlos, for your submission. Closing the show, we have our one-man IT admin, Jiro. His job is to make sure that our internal IT structure is up to date. Any operations related to client computer systems, servers, and data security, he's the guy for it. Judging from his setup, I don't know how techie this can get. He's the very first featured on Work From Home Rigs, rocking a triple display setup, which he uses to monitor and maintain our systems. I don't really see a headset in this setup, but he does have a pair of external speakers placed right in front of him. He also has a condenser microphone just above the middle monitor and is placed just a little bit to the side so that it's not covering his external webcam. I can see in his setup that he has a wired and a wireless mouse. And before anybody else wonders, that is Piaya on the plate. For touches of personality, he does have a few Pokemon figures on top of his aircon unit, and also a smart way to place your setup if you just don't want to have heat radiation all over your room. And fun fact, it has its own circuit breaker just behind the laptop. Smart for avoiding electrical hazards. Lastly, we do have a paw coaster on his table for drinks. Other than that, thank you, Jiro, for your submission.
Our dedicated team of Prosperna astronauts are here to help you on your online business journey with our We Do It For You service. Prosperna believes in making e-commerce accessible for every Philippine MSME. To get started, you can book a free demo with us at www.prosperna.com. Let us know down in the comments which work from home rigs was your favorite, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up. For more episodes of Work From Home Rigs, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know whenever we have a brand new video. You may also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn for updates. Or if you want to send us pictures of your Work From Home rigs for a chance to be featured on our social media or future episodes. This has been Rox from Team Prosperna. See you on the next one.